Hello everyone and welcome back to Gieselsberg. So overnight I have got a couple of things sorted. First one being that I have ploughed this field, and this field is finished ploughing as well. And as you can see, the grass is now ready to cut. Seasons has also had an update. I probably shouldn't have updated it halfway through a series, but there we go. So if we just quickly run through this, our sailors are now 312 kilos, so that's an increase of 18 kilos. The air shares are 416, so that's an increase of 3, and the Holsteins are 503, so that's an increase of 5. I've realised why we're not getting any animals yet. And that's not just because of the time of year, it's also because our males are not yet mature. So because they're not mature, there's no breeding going on. I have filled up the total mixed ration and the hay. Straw, I don't really want to buy anymore, so I think we're just going to take the hit and we're going to get slurry instead of manure. Water has also been topped up. Chicken food, they're fine, they don't need anything really. They're all growing nicely. But I'm not interested in that, I'm more interested in the eggs. Eggs, they're the good thing. So, we need to get some seeding done. But the most important thing today is to get some grass cut. And also, we need to get this field limed. So, without any further ado, oh, that's a horrible view. Get the tractor turned on. Just lower those down. And we will start getting on with this. So I want good coverage, but it doesn't have to be perfect, because this is meant to be realistic, and I don't think farmers actually hit every single spot when they do jobs. I'm pretty sure they don't, because I watch a lot of farmers on YouTube, and there's always bits that they seem to miss. But this is going to be a nice quick job. After this, we're going to go straight on to the mowing, and I think what I'm going to do with this grass that we mow is that I'm going to use it to make silage, because silage takes a long time to ferment, and in the winter when there's no grass available, we're going to need something to give to our cows. So I think if we make some silage now, we can keep it for our cows in the summer, in the winter, sorry. I think that's the best way of doing it. It makes sure that we've got plenty of feed through the summer, and we don't have to go and buy any TMR or any hay bales or anything like that. We will also make some hay, but obviously hay is a much quicker process in terms of producing it. So as TMR takes such a long time, that's what we're going to make first. It might not be the most sensible option, but it's the option that I'm going to go with. This isn't taking too long. Obviously having the spreading discs on the back makes this a lot easier. And it's not really a big field. Something else that happened in the season's update is that they changed it so that oilseed radish is no longer included in the planner, because apparently it has no effect on crops. So in our planner, I've changed it so that it now says fallow, because I don't really have anything else that I could put in there instead. I mean, it was oilseed rape, so I don't really know. But we'll see how that works out. I mean, I really don't know. In terms of the jobs we need to do, as I said, I'm going to get this field lined, although that's almost done now. We're going to get that field down there cut. And I may get a worker doing some cultivating as well. I've just realised I've got the time set incorrectly. Should have had that sorted. Naughty, naughty me. But this is the last little bit now. I'm just going to ignore that gap over there. We'll forget about that. So there we go. That is everything done. Let's fold that up. Now, where was I keeping this? Round the side, wasn't it? So we will get round the side. Oh, no, I've crashed. There we go, there's some realism for you. Right, so it did actually take me a lot longer than it should have done to get free. But we are free, which is the important part. So, I am going to just park this guy right here. And we're going to go and get our worker to do the cultivating in field 44, which, you know, is going to take a while, I think. I did give the plough a clean yesterday. I haven't cleaned the cultivator because, of course, I knew we would still be using it. Oh, what's going on here? Is that PTO? No, but there's some hoses. Okay. Let's lift it up. I thought I could feel it dragging a bit. Right, so look at that lovely blue smoke. Yes. So let's get into the field. And let's get a course set up. So then, we are in field 44. Yes. Do 3, but we'll do the up and down rows first. So we're going to start at the top. Okay. Let's get up there. You see, it looks very nice. Now that it's all been ploughed. I'm really, really hoping that FS21 does have 3D ground texture. That would be awesome. I know they've kind of partly done it in cattle and crops. They may have completely implemented it now, but they hadn't when I was last on there. Right, you crack on. Are we saving courses? No, we're not. Probably should do. Field 44, cultivate. There we go. Right, I'm going to leave you to it, and we are going to go and get set up our mowers. So, you know, we don't have the biggest setup in the world for mowers, but it should be enough. Should be plenty for the area of grass that we actually have. Now we can get over there. Our driving is terrible today. If I remember correctly, there's an entrance, yes, just by there. Just where I've left a weight. Perfect. Okay, so technically it's just this bottom section that is actually our meadow, but that does not mean to say we can't use the whole thing. I'm really hoping that this setup works well. I'm going to start in that corner back there. It definitely is ready to harvest, isn't it? Yes. But it needs ploughing and liming. Okay. Well, I know from experience that on just playing on Meadowgrove Farm with Seasons as my sort of test map, and on there, it doesn't seem to really like when you plough a meadow and replant it. It doesn't seem to be a big fan of that. So I think that'll have to be the job that we do in the winter. But for now, let's get everything turned on. And we'll drop that green one down. There we go, now to drop the front. Now something I haven't checked. I'll do that quickly before we continue. Let's turn the speed down again. What is the weather like today? So we have very good drying potential for hay. Okay. I believe if I dump hay in the pit, it will still be okay. But I'm not completely sure. So we may end up making hay today. Which will be a bit of a shame. But it's not the end of the world. So this is cutting really well. I'm actually very impressed. And it's not going to take long at all with this setup. Which is what I wanted. You know, I didn't want something, a really small setup, but I didn't want something that was also going to be completely ridiculous. And this seems to be that sort of that good, equal middle ground type thing. So I'm pleased with this, and the Hurleyman's got no problem at all. Absolutely no problem pulling this, which is excellent news. I know I'm not going right to the edge, but that's just because of the hedges and the bushes. I could go a little bit closer, but I don't think it's a big deal. You can see there's not much coming off this field at the moment. Not much at all. First cut, no fertilizer, nothing. It's to be expected, I suppose. So, lift those tools up. Why is it not lifting the front one? It should be lifting both at the same time. Let's get back into there. Ugh, can't see a thing there. Okay, so I'll get this done as quickly as possible. And I'll see you in a second. This is just the last small bit of the meadow. Before I cut the other section, I want to check exactly how dry this is, because that will give me an idea. That'll give me an idea of whether I can leave this on the ground for a little bit. So it's still grass at the moment, And this was the first bit I cut. So I think we can get away with it for now. Just for a little while. But not for long. So we'll get the mower started up again. And the front one. And let's get this one done very quickly, this area here. Again, we're not going to get much off here, and we never will, because we can't fertilise this area. But we can at least get something. Something is better than nothing, of course. Yeah, so it's not much, but it's going to help. Okay, and the last section is the really small bit here. Excellent. Okay, so let's lift them up and turn them off. You can also fold them up. Come on, up. So we'll go and get these put away. Where's the entrance? Just over there. Yeah, we'll go and get these put away, and we'll quickly swap over to the windrower. Obviously we've got quite a small windrower, but it should be okay. It's a shame really that we don't... again? It's a shame really that we don't have the option of windrowing to the centre, because otherwise I could put the windrower on the front and the loading wagon on the back. You know, such is life. So that's that one dropped off. This one's going to be a little bit more fiddly to get into the right place. Something else I've realised, and I've only realised because of my other series, is that I don't think we have got... I don't think that we have actually got a workshop in. Which means I think I'm going to have to install the workshop mod. However, there is something I have also installed, just because we really need it. That was a pressure washer, because this farm doesn't have one. And yeah, we really needed one. Right, lift that up. So let's just see. Toggle work mode. So left control and Y. Interesting. Very interesting. What if I drop it down? Can I then change it? So it's only when it's up that I can change it. No. So I don't think this can be changed. Well, that's fine. What I'll do is I'll take the loading wagon with us, so that I don't have to come all the way back here to do that job. Okay, so I'm out of there and I'm just going to head straight down to the field. We'll have a quick check on the mini-map to see how our worker is doing. But we've got plenty of time left in the day for the worker to actually do their work, so I'm not particularly worried. So let's have a check. Yep, so we can see this has been harvested. That's what we were expecting. I turn the grass off now. And over here, oh, more than 50% done. Perfect. Oh no, sorry, the blue is the cultivated, right. So, yeah, about 33%. That's still not bad. Right, if we go. So we are going to be putting it all to the left, I believe. Which means it would be good if we started at this end and went around. I don't really know why I started it at all, but I have done, so I'll leave it. I'm going to have to drive onto the crop, of course, but luckily there's no crop in there. Whee! Alright, let's drop it down. Okay, there we go, so we can see it. It is working, it's working well. That's good. Very nice. I'm very impressed with this. I think we'll probably have to go for something bigger in the future, but for now this is perfect. You know, we don't need anything enormous, just something that's big enough. If we look behind, yeah, nice neat pile. Exactly what I was looking for. So I'll get round the meadow once. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the best way of doing this is, because the piles are going to be quite small. Maybe I could do 2 or 3 piles into one. We'll just have to see, really. But in fact, I won't just do meadow. Let's go up under here. Just makes the turn a little bit easier. But yeah, this is working very well. I'm happy with this. Nice little windrower. It wasn't expensive either. It has a low power requirement. It's a perfect tool, really, for a sort of smallish farm such as ours. Oh. What have I got caught in? Okay, let's lift that up. Okay, so that didn't go so well. Let's continue. Almost done the one headland. So yeah, I think what I'll do now then is I'll just stick it onto a time lapse. Just gonna get my thumbnail. Oh, hang on. Why is the sky changing like that? That's bizarre. We're only on times 5. It scared me to death. Right. Okay, so screenshot's done. Now it's time for a time lapse, I think. Okay, so I've rode up a fair amount, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start picking some of it up. It's just because it's actually starting to get in the way a little bit. So I think if I start picking it up, then I can row afterwards a little bit more easily. We'll get going straight away. I think what I'll do is I'll just head down here, because there was a little bit of a gap that I managed to make. And we'll get started. Let's see exactly how much we can get just from this sort of first headland, I guess it is. Well, that was a terrible, terrible turn. And that's filling a lot more quickly than I thought it would do. A lot more quickly. But that's good news for us. More grass we have, more silage we can make. Yeah, filling up pretty well. I think maybe one complete headland will be a complete load. Sounds reasonable. The next question, of course, is which silage bunker to use, because there are multiple bunkers. I haven't really decided. Maybe the one that's closest to the cows, because that would just seem logical, really. Yeah, I think we'll go with that one. The one that I haven't blocked in with the trailer, because there is one that's currently blocked in with the trailer. And obviously clearing this is just going to help me row up the rest of it. It's taking quite a while to row up. That's because, of course, it's a small windrower, and because it doesn't go into the centre, you kind of have to be a bit clever with it. But I'm really happy with the amount we've got, considering this is a first cut. I was expecting to have a lot less. We're almost full. There we go. So, look at that. That's a nice full load of grass. Go and get that tipped straight away. Brilliant. So, I'll get back over to the field and get another load. Okay, and it didn't take long to get load number 2. So I'm going to go and get that tip straight away as well. Doing well so far. I know I keep saying it, but I'm really pleased with the amount that we're getting from here, because it means that I can immediately ferment this first cut, which is good. Because I was worried that I wouldn't have enough from the first cut. I'd have to wait until the second, and then that risks us not having the silage ready in time for winter. But this is going very, very well, so I don't think I have to worry about that at the moment. I think there's going to be enough in here to at least do a first cut set of silage. So I think we can do a little bit more windrowing. So what I'll do is I will continue with the windrowing and the collecting as well, maybe. When I'm basically on the last load, we'll come back and we can see exactly how much we have put into the clamp. So for now, I will see you in a second. So this is the third load, and we've got very little left on the field. It might not even be 1,000 litres that's left on there. So we're going to get this emptied. We will pick up the last bits, of course, because we want all the silage as possible, so we're not going to leave it. That would be a little bit silly. But there we go. Let's go and grab that last bit. In fact, we'll go this way. Take a slight detour. We'll go across our field. Oh yes, and our worker has finished, so I'm just going to quickly hop over there. Stop the driver, there we go. And we can fold that up and switch his engine off. Right. So we will take, just a little shortcut, a little detour. Past the wood logs. Wood logs. That was the most bizarre sentence I think I've ever said. But yeah, there you go. So you can see it now. I'm not even convinced there's 1,000 litres on the ground here. But we'll see. No, absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, we'll tip it in. The more silage we have, the better, because of course silage doesn't go off. So I can ferment it, leave it in the pit, and when we do actually need it in the winter, it's there, ready for us. Alright, so tomorrow's job will be to fertilise this field, because now it's been cut, we can fertilise it. And that means, of course, that our second cut will be much, much better. Because we apparently need ploughing and lime, this field is not going to be perfect, but at least with the fertiliser application, it'll be a little bit better. Let's just go and drop this into there. And I think after this, we can clean the loading wagon. So we're not going to need it again, not until we do another cut. That's not going to be for a while. Oh. So let's empty it out. Everything emptied, perfect. Press the right key. So let's get over here. And get this washed. Switch the engine off. Pressed it twice accidentally. Let's get it all clean. It's not too bad actually, is it? Yeah. This guy needs clean, but we haven't finished with him for today, so not much point in that. So let's just face back. Okay. We're gonna have to go and park this again, which is gonna be fun. Just tuck it in. Not bad. Okay. So I need to obviously pick up the windrower, but I don't need to do that now. So for today, we are basically done. Put the handbrake on. If we have a quick check, so there's a small section down here, so I think we'll just go and get the schluter. We'll go and just finish that small section off, wherever it is. Somewhere over in this corner, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So, just do that quickly. So our fields are now in a pretty good state. But I see weeds. Weeds growing. What? How dare they? Yeah, in both of our fields. We've got some over here as well. Okay, well. Yeah, we're going to have to spray those off if needed later on. But that's us finished for today. So we've got, oops. So we have field 44, 43 and 45 all ready to go. Field 33 needs to be cultivated, and then we need to start seeding. So next time I think we'll probably seed let me just remember if I get to my planner. I think soybeans in field 44. So when can we plant the soybeans? Now. And now the temperature is fine. So I think next episode then we'll be starting the seeding in this field, because it'll be good to get that going. Need to get the cultivation finished as well. I think I can do one of those off screen. Yeah, it's a busy period. And of course we have to make sure we keep an eye on the animals every day. They're going to need their food and their water. But so far we're staying on top of that quite well. So, from me, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.